And thoughts? Two jurors are asking for justice after convicting Russ Faria of murdering his wife. They believe they should have heard evidence the judge suppressed. The jurors sat down with Fox Files investigator Chris Hayes to discuss their verdict and what they hope happens now.
Everybody there wanted to make the right decision. There was no one there that was like, oh, the hell with you guys, this is, he's guilty. Everybody was willing to listen to everybody else.
Ken Masterson and Debbie Bray agree they should have been able to hear everything.
You got someone's life in your hands, and you want to make sure that you're making the right decision.
Husband Russ Faria called reporting a suicide. A medical examiner said his wife Betsy was stabbed 55 times, her arms nearly severed. Evidence techs did not find a drop of blood on the husband. Police did find bloody slippers tossed in a closet and a light switch that appeared to be swiped with something bloody.
Then when we find out later things that we didn't get to hear, it's upsetting. I was very upset about it.
Both jurors later learned a judge suppressed evidence of murder victim Betsy Faria's life insurance and how the woman who drove Betsy home the night of the murder benefited from a $150,000 policy that was just signed into her name.
My whole life, I've heard the phrase, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Well, that's leaving out some of the truth. This isn't, does somebody pay a $30 fine or 5 days in jail? This is life in prison. You need to know everything.
Jurors began deliberations with a split vote, 6-6. Then it was 10-2 guilty, with Debbie Bray holding out.
I didn't think there was enough evidence to convict like how we were supposed to, but we did a lot of kind of filling in the blanks. As the blanks were being filled in, my mind was starting to change.
One of those blanks, she said prosecutors avoided talking about when they thought Betsy Faria died.
Which was strange. They couldn't give us an exact time of death. They couldn't even really give us kind of a roundabout.
During a pretrial hearing, the defense asked the prosecution to narrow down the time of death. An assistant attorney general who helped prosecute said they could not. He admitted that would, quote, literally be making it up. He told the judge, this is something for the jury to decide.
So jurors came up with their own theory. They thought maybe Russ left his phone in a mailbox in Lake St. Louis so his phone would ping away from the murder.
He could have left it there, went back, because there was plenty of time.
Masterson added that the alibi witnesses did not help Russ.
The stories were a little bit too good, a little bit too rehearsed. It was 4:08 p.m. when I looked at my clock, and
the alibi witnesses testified they were watching movies with Russ from 6 to 9 p.m. the night of the murder. All four of them interviewed in our studios after trial.
I don't know what to say, except for that when you tell the truth, you don't have to remember a whole lot.
They described it as a boring night, burned into their minds after police knocked on their doors. Now these jurors are experiencing similar twists with what they've learned after their verdict. Bray says she will never forget how she felt hearing the judge read guilty.
I felt sick, and then it made me kind of feel, did we do the right thing here?
At that moment, she felt the answer was still yes. They made the right decision. Now she hopes someone will continue investigating.
I hope he can get an appeal.
I hope that justice happens.
Betsy Faria's family expresses renewed pain every time they see another story questioning justice in this case. Betsy's sister, Mary Rogers, told me she is 100% sure the right person is in prison, and she wants jurors to know she thinks they made the right decision.
Do they want to know more?
It's tough. It reopens a way to know more, but they do, but they maintain whatever they find out, they're still going to be convinced of Russ's guilt.
This is such an amazing story. All right, Chris, thanks so much. We appreciate it.